So as far as operation theatre needs are concerned, the total area they say is 700 to 800 square feet is needed for OT, but even as low as 500 they give pre-accreditation, and the theatre size is 20 by 20 by 10. Even 260 they have given. But what they insist is this, the 4 zones. Suppose you don't have this zone, build a bit of partition here and there and show them a few doors to divide it into zone and make it, you label it and maintain that sterility before you enter the main theatre. The zoning, they are very, 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 very particular. If you don't have the zone, there's no way out. And the materials that is used for theatre, they don't specify any material as such. It should be non-porous, seamless and easily washable. Vitrified tile will do. Stainless steel roof is enough. Floor can be epoxy or vinyl. This what you are seeing is epoxy floor with steel wall. It's a bit expensive, but the easiest thing is you can have epoxy floor with antifungal paints in the pre-existing itself. But make sure you do provision for your ventilation system when you are doing it. Simple glass you can do, paneling, which is acceptable. They are not bothered about the material. It should be washable, clean. But coving should not be done carelessly like that. All that they'll inspect, they'll give you instruction. If there's gap between the tiles, fill it up with the epoxy. The doors, it's not necessary you should have only steel doors. What is important, as I said, zoning. See, you should have multiple doors before you enter the main theatre. Suppose you have only one, put one more partition, make a door there, zone it. Very simple. What they want is the direct exterior air should not enter the theatre directly when one door is open. And these are different materials. This is vitrified tile being used in the wall as well as the floor. This is acceptable, but coving is not there, which they ask us to do. This is the HEPA filter. This is the modular theatre. This is a bit expensive, but easy to maintain. Look at the door, automatic door. Just show your hand, it works, but it's a bit expensive. If you want to have a modular theatre like this, it will cost you around 25 to 30 lakhs. You can have the entire setup with a cheaper material, cheaper but effective material for say 16 lakhs, including the heating ventilation system. This is for completion's sake. I'm showing you a very modern theatre. See, all the facilities there looks nice, but if you don't have the money for it, go in for it. All what they want is patient safety. Whatever setup you have, maybe the size is little less, they are not bothered. But for full accreditation, they ask you to go into certain standards. And they are very, very, very friendly. They are not harassing at all. Take that mindset off. They are not government officials at all to behave rudely with you. This is a modular theatre with all the. You can notice that everything is flush to the wall. Nothing is projecting, so you don't have an horizontal surface where dust can accumulate. Even the panel, see the corners are curved. It's called the coving. Even the wall to the roof is coving. This is made with panels. Polyurethane panels are used, and then they paint on it. Then they are insisting on this lamellar flow. The principle is this: it comes from top and it goes through but split AC, if it is maintained well, entry level, that will do for eye hospitals. So don't panic. With that, you take the entry level, and then later we'll plan for run. So this is my hospital. I had this central unit done about 23 years back. Those days itself with central unit, Those days it costed me only 2 lakhs. Now it is about 6 lakhs only, central unit. Automatic touch, this is sensors. Those days it's very expensive. Now it's very cheap. Even simple companies, Anchor and all is producing this. You can have it. The less you touch, the less the infection. All this, it will add to value of your hospital. The chances of infection is going to be reduced. This is the paint that they use, Sika card it's called. It's from the Asian paint. Whatever surface you have, clean it, put this paint, it is acceptable, washable. And water purification system they insist on, have a simple reverse osmosis. And UPS, a load of 6 to 7 kV should be there in the theatre for safety. And they insist on culture. In future, once you get the settle plate, they insist on. And autoclave, they are particular about horizontal. Vertical autoclave, they don't accept at all, because there is no vacuum cycle in that, and drying doesn't take place in vertical autoclave. Please, if you have, replace it. And you should show records that you calibrate your autoclave periodically. This is one is called the ELIX test. This is the biological test indicator. Flash should be used only for emergency. It cannot be used regularly. ETO is an accepted sterilization. ETO is not a must for accreditation. Autoclave will do. These are the indicators for ETO. And always maintain record. These are the records which we had been maintaining years back. The same thing in a more elaborate way we'll have to maintain for NABH. This is the autoclave register, and regulated entry to the clean zone and beyond should be strictly followed. Safe facilities like non-slippery floor, electrical fittings and known danger spots should be there. All these things they insist when they come. Accessibility of firefighting equipment should be there close to the theatre as well as in the OP. Arrangement for quick availability of sterilized item, that is a flash autoclave or pre-autoclaved instruments available should show when they come for inspection. Space for changing and showering of personal staff and doctor, male and female, should be shown separately. Label of calibration, date and status of all equipment should be shown. That means you are doing your maintenance work for all your phaco machine, or that label should be there. Emergency evacuation route should be shown. These are the things they insist. Environmental processes, certain things they want to monitor of humidity and temperature. That is mainly for central AC when you have the air handling unit. Pressure difference you can get only in central unit. At least once a month it has to be monitored. And surveillance of the microbial open plate method, they will have to show records. And surface disinfection should be carried out as advised. These are the things where they mainly insist. With this, you can easily get a entry level NABH. Once you get automatically within 2 years, your mindset will change. You will go in for full accreditation. Thank you very much.